Still with Chelsea this evening, Michy Batshuayi has returned to Crystal Palace on loan after signing a one-year contract extension with Chelsea. The 26-year-old existing a contract was set to expire next summer, but the additional 12 months will now ensure he does not become a free agent once his loan expires. Palace have an option to buy the player at the end of the season or at the end of the loan deal, but they are not obliged to do that. Moving on from that story now, let's look at Manchester United, where former United manager Louis van Gaal has questioned whether Memphis Depay will succeed at Barcelona after coaching him at Old Trafford. The young striker was reportedly agreed personal terms to the La Liga giants, and negotiations over a fee are now taking place between the clubs. That's according to reports in Spain. But Van Gaal, who signed Depay for £25 million back in 2015, is concerned that the 26-year-old may struggle to adapt to the new culture, a new team. Well, I think the Depay that came from the Dutch Eredivisie to the English Premier League, in 2015, it's now more matured. That Depay came with a lot of tattoo, a lot of heavy toys, and all that. But he appears to be a man reborn, a player reborn. At Lyon, he seemed to have found his feet. He now understands what it means, to be a professional footballer away from his homeland. And I think just maybe he will be able to add some depth to the Barca squad. Now, he's not going to go to Barca and become an Messi or Luis Suarez or even another Antoine Griezmann. I think he will go to the club and add more depth to the squad. Now, Barca, as far as I'm concerned, sort of skinny right now, and what players who have performed well in Europe in the past season, no doubt some of those players, especially the ones who can fit into their system, will definitely add some bit of a flash to what they've got and make them a little bit, good. They lack depth at this point. They have lots of youth players, like Arturo Vidal noted, so they need some professionals to come in and further show up the team. On from that now, Chris Smalling is training on his own at Manchester United today as the club negotiates their departure with AS Roma. The 30-year-old was absent from United at training today and also yesterday as he held the discussions over his future with Italians pressing for him to return after his successful loan spell in the Serie A last season. Manager Gunnar Solskjaer has left the door open for Smalling, but it's been clear that he is not considered first option to partner Harry Maguire, despite the former Fulham defender's form over the past 12 months. Earning rave reviews. Still at Old Trafford, Man United only need 2 more signings to complete their team, according to former player Dimitar Berbatov. Now, the former Bulgarian international believes that the Red Devils need to sign a centre-back and a right-back, despite Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side splashing £130 million on centre-half Harry Maguire and right-back Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Last summer, United have been in a hot pursuit of Jadon Sancho, and some believe they still need to buy a centre-forward, but Berbatov disagrees. On from United to Arsenal, where the Gunners, the Arsenal board, are keen to sign Lyon midfielder Houssama Aouar this summer. Now, the Ligue 1 sensation would love to move to the Premier League, but Lyon do not want to accept any swap deals. Now, Rudy Garcia's side have already turned down an offer from the Gunners, which include a cash plus Arsenal outcast Matteo Gondazzo. Now, Lyon won £55 million for Aouar, but Arsenal's technical director Edu has yet to submit yet another bid. So Leeds United now, where Marcelo Bielsa confirmed that he will stay as Leeds United manager that season after agreeing a 1-year extension on his £6 million package. The Argentine was out of contract this summer, and while the club were always confident he will commit to a new deal, no news had been forthcoming. But Bielsa revealed during his pre-match press conference ahead of Saturday's Premier League opener at champions Liverpool that he will remain for a third season at Elland Road. We'll move on from Leeds United now and talk what's happening at Fulham this time around as it connects Nigeria's Ola Aina. Now, Torino defender Ola Aina and Lyon right-back Kenny Tete have completed medicals ahead of moves to Fulham. Aina will join Scott Parker's side on loan with an £11 million option to buy, while Tete will join on permanent basis for a deal of £3 million. Both players will not finalize personal terms ahead of completing moves to the Craven Cottage. And I'm talking about football as it connects Nigeria. Ambitious of French League One side Lorraine are still pursuing Nigeria's KB Cotteret striker Terry Murphy. Report in France says Laurent want Murphy 21 to further fortify the attack in time for the challenge that they'll be facing in the French top flight. They've already signed 2 strikers and believe adding the young Nigerian striker will put them in good position for the new campaign. Still in France, Steven Ode has completed a season-long loan transfer to French second division side, a man's SC from Belgian club KRC Genk. The forward thus followed a successful medical at the club, who have an option to buy the striker after the loan. Report in France says Ode is a direct replacement for winger Ulrich Enema Ella, who is on his way to the Premier League in England. And on to Belgium, where Paul Onuachu and Cyril Desires are now available for selection for KRC Genk as they have fully recovered from injury. Both strikers were not 100% before the international break, but we now understand that both players have been able to overcome their various injury complaints. Desires suffered a head injury in training before a high-profile clash against the champions Club Brugge, but he was drafted to start after Onuachu withdrew in the last minute with a lower back problem. Both strikers cost a total of 10 million euros, and now they're ready for this weekend's showdown in the Belgian top flight. Moving away from that now to boost up football development at the grassroots level, the world governing football body FIFA is set to construct 2 mini stadia in Nigeria. One of the projects will be sited at Ugboro, the community in Warri Southwest Council of Delta State, while the other will be located in Kebbi State. Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Pinnick, who visited the people of Ugboro, the community, earlier this week to inform them of the project, revealed that the construction will begin in 2 weeks' time, adding that the mini stadium will have a small capacity of 750 people. I think this is very, very great, Frashi. Amaju Pinnick is from Delta State and he's decided to take this project to riverine community, and I think it's good. We've seen this Peace and Unity Cup being put together every 2 years by comrade Sheriff Muladi. Yeah. And I've been to some of the games and I'm like, oh my days. Some of the playing grounds, you're like, oh boy. I'm trying to figure out the right place really to use. Some of the playing surface, just not what you want as a football ground. Okay, so most of the players have had to deal with such surfaces, and as such, you don't get to see the best of the players.
Best results, yeah.
So this stadium to be situated in Ugboro, the community, will no doubt serve the communities in riverine areas. Okay. The Peace and Unity Cup finals, I'm sure, will now be taking place in such a venue. It will be good for everyone. It will be massive for everyone. It's welcome development. I think this is the first time we're seeing the direct investment of FIFA in Delta State, and let's not run away from the fact that it will have a lot to do also with the level of relationship Amaju Pinnick has got with our FIFA president Gianni Infantino. So it's a welcome development.
Yeah, but my fear, as with any infrastructure that is built in Nigeria, is the maintenance culture. That's just my fear. I mean, see Warri Stadium. There's no.
No. Don't even mention that. That is that stadium from day one has been a mess. From day one, nothing's ever. Okay, let's not go back.
So even if it's a welcome development, my own fear is the maintenance culture.
Maintenance culture.
Even the ones that are like the pride of the country, national.
I would expect
the ones in Abuja.
I would expect that people like Julius Atete, right? I expect football administrators, like grassroots football administrators, like Julius Atete, that runs a football team. I understand he's from Ugboro, though, right? Amaju Pinnick, who connects all of them together. You know where I'm coming from, ethnic-wise. And then the likes of Muladi Sheriff from the Baramatu Kingdom axis. You want to expect that by the time this facility is in is fully completed, that Ahmad Jupinik will hand it over to grassroots individuals that will be able to help maintain it. Individuals that connect regularly with their communities. Okay? Don't just sit down, construct it, and hand it over to some goonigos that probably will not be able to understand what it means to maintain a facility. Okay? And number two, I don't think it will be wise to have natural grass there. Believe me, the stadium will be overgrown with weeds. So, my own advice is we'll put artificial turf. There are some artificial turfs now that have the feel of natural grass. Yeah. Okay, players play on it, they won't get injured and all that.
AstroTurf.
And then the facility should not be used for enjoyment. I do know that in riverine communities they have lots of things. They have this they say from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They see it as enjoyment. Let's not convert it to burial, where you have burial ceremonies. Burial reception ceremony.
Events.
Now in the riverine communities, if it's burial, don't just go there.
That's a form of revenue.
Yeah, no. I am simply saying, do not. It is a football project. It's not a Delta State government project, right? It means it's a football project. I'm simply saying the facility should not be used for
non-football events.
Yeah, you have your marriage. Some of the supposedly wealthy people from the oil-rich communities, your daughters or your sons want to have wedding. That's where you will not choose as a reception venue. Please, let's not reduce it to that. Construction is starting in 2 weeks, and by my own estimation, it's just a ground that will take 750 people, right? It shouldn't take FIFA up to 1 year to be able to have that completed. So please, when it's completed, let's not transform it into something else. Let's not use it to host reception ceremonies for burials and weddings and birthdays and all that. Because in the river and communities, when it's weekend, you don't want to try those guys when it comes to Owambe. So I'm going to be wrapping up the show this evening by telling you that Antonio Femi Joshua has been sent a stern warning from the camp of Kobrat Polev, telling him he will face legal repercussions if he tries to sidestep their fight to take on Tyson Fury. Now, the world champion is eager to lock onto the Gypsy King in what will be an all-British undisputed title fight and one of the biggest fights in British boxing history. But Polev says, you will have to fight me first before considering that fight against Joshua. Anything outside that will see legal repercussions coming your way. With that, I come to the end of the show this evening. I want to say thank you so much for being part of it. Don't enough to join me tomorrow morning for Sport Extra by 9:05. Until then, have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Delta's number.
Stay with Chelsea this evening. Metro Bashuai has returned